This weekly Blender competition is brought to you by Grant Abbott. Grant Abbott provides Blender tutorials for beginners and experienced users such as sculpting, modeling, texturing, animating and a lot more. So make sure you check out his channel and Discord if you haven't already. You can find a link in the description. Welcome at the weekly Blender competition number 19, which I'm going to criticize the art entries and choose some winners. And the subject for this week was to create magic. We have 13 entries and I really appreciate that you guys have joined. Now keep in mind, if you have some feedback for me, then leave a comment because it's very important to improve my work. And the first entry is of Frank Drabin. Frank Drabin has a video which he's also used in Grant's competition of a magic book, which is fine because I'm going to give different feedback than Grant himself. So let's just show the video here. I'm going to make it full screen and press play. What I really like about this video or this scene down here is that the textures are very nice. The ground is just perfect. It looks very good. The pillow looks very good. The textures onto the seat looks very good. I really love that it's a small scene and a very clear scene. The colors that coming off onto this magical smoke is very nice. But I do have something to say about this, and that for me the sound is coming a little bit too late. What I would have liked is when you just press play and the camera zooms in, that you hear some kind of a fading out wind noise that just stops when it completely fade in, and then the music should already start. And when the music starts, it would have been nice if the book how do you say that, like rumbles, moves a little bit, like it's coming alive, moving, and then at the moment when the smoke is coming out, it will stop moving. Now there is another video that really shows a good example of what I mean with this, but overall I really love this one. And especially the colors that coming up, smoke. I think you have done a very nice job. I believe you've done this in co-op with Zapier, if I'm not wrong about that. Yeah, I like it. Entry number 2 is of Just Me. My first time dabbling in particles, he says in Discord. I really like this picture. It's also very a clean one. It looks very nice. On the particle system, you have done a very nice job. It comes out onto this, but I believe this is a crystal on the end of a magical staff. Is that? Hope that is correct. I also like the effect of this, but I think this is wood that needs to hold this crystal that is melted in, which is a very nice effect down here. The particles come out, getting twisted. It changes color. It's getting blasted off this magical shield, and this reminds me of Doctor Strange. Magical, it certainly is. You also got a nice background, even though I don't know what's going on down here. But I'm just gonna see through that for now. Just Me, it's very nice, and yeah, welcome to the competition. Entry number 3 is of Tyrus.x. Tyrus.x says this show was really magical, even if season 8 wasn't that great. Had really fun making this. I have to be honest with you guys that I have not seen anything of the Game of Thrones. I do know this chair is a very famous piece out of it. I see it coming by each time I see the Game of Thrones game commercial coming onto YouTube. I have seen some nudity of it, and anything else I really don't know about this show. Maybe I should watch it someday, like a marathon. I think it will be fun to watch. It's just that I don't know why I haven't watched it. But about the artwork, I really like what I'm seeing down here. It's a very clean scene though. But I like the color matching that is this darkish, whitish, and then the red and the gold onto here. I also like the detailing besides onto the chair, that you have done that here at the wall with the window. It looks like also a sword, which is a very nice detail for this window. I like this symbol up here, and the light is very calm though. I still need to make a tutorial onto this, how you can brighten this up without screwing up the color of it. That is something for later. I also do like the stairways, has some randomness in there, here and there, instead of just straight off squarey points. Yeah, I do like it. You have to excuse me that I haven't seen it. But good job onto this, and nice to see you again into this weekly competition. Entry number 4 is of Krunzen. I'm very bad pronouncing some certain things. You have to excuse me for that. I have to be honest, I do not really know what to think of this. Only if you... Yeah, maybe this is a part of the magical what happens here, that the fingers are getting sucked into this magic. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing. You don't have a story in Discord or some comments to this artwork. Comments are always welcome. It makes an artwork a little bit more clear, unless it's really clear what this artwork is all about. I do like the hand until here though. I do like what I'm seeing down here. It has a perfect flash color. You also took care for these lines down here, which I don't know what it's called in English, even not in the Dutch. Something magical. I think there is something dark magic going on. It's almost like something magic is happening. It beams through the body, and then it sucks the body towards the magic, which, you know, it stretches out the fingers. Let me just keep it on to that. I believe it's the first time joining, so welcome to the competition, and hope to see more of your work in the future. Entry number 5 is from Appellepsen, if I pronounced that the right way. You've made a very, very nice artwork down here. It's filled with stuff. I really like that you have used some glow effect onto these magical crystals. There is some nice light coming off, not too bright and not too bright. I like the background with what you've done here. It looks like far away it's misty, and then this effect of the moon coming off. You got some nice trees down here. The grass is very also magical. It's a very magical place, I would say. You got some bushes down here. And if I would move it over to the side here, it can almost look like this is under the sea, and this is like a whole school of little fishes going on. Because this grass just looks a little bit seaweed-ish. But it's still very nice though. And I see you have used some effect here. I don't know what it's called. I believe if you put on a 3D glasses, it will come into your face, or it's alive. It's very clear though. It's very clean. I do like it. It does look magical. And welcome to the competition, Appellepsen. Entry number 6 is of Grey Jack Gaming, and he made totally something very different, something that I actually would like to see more for some reason, and that are little stores. Maybe someday I will do like a little store competition. You have to make something very cozy and something very nice. He says, magic isn't real. Read a book to Burnham. Note, some models were downloaded assets. Well, that's okay. In the end, it's how you make the end result of your artwork. You can download all kinds of crazy and amazing assets, but if you don't do the end result of your artwork the right way, you still cannot win, even though the assets would be super amazing. In this case, I like a lot what I'm seeing here. I just want to mention straight away that I would have loved to see that in the background that would be like a building, something that blocks off the that background here. It could easily be done also with brick stones very high, and then just make a very simple window that it looks like a factory building or something, and this fences around. I don't know if you were running out of time. Maybe you did. If you had some more time, what you also could have done is make a little bit of grass coming off here, or maybe at the corner here and there. This building is very cozy. I really love it. I really like that you have made this effect, you know, rusty, that this building is here for a very long while, that the ladder is broken, the light is off. You've made, you know, stuff and things all over the place. I don't know exactly what this is, but it kind of reminds me of a when the lightning will hit the building, then this will put the power to the ground to something. I really like that you can look into the building. You got some stuff all over the place, a very clean fire extinguisher. I like these boxes though. A lot of detail into them. I like this little stop down here. Very, very nice trash can. Let's look into the store. 75% off. It seems like the store is about to, you know, close up, making place for something else, or another shop owner gets into here sooner or later. Oh man. At some point it feels like this background is like a picture, because everything in the store seems very off, like very cartoonish look. Like the television has like this bent shape here. This here got bendy shape. I really like this. Yeah, I really would like to do a mini shop competition, and that would be very nice actually. So you are coming also up with ideas. 1-800-MAGIC-02. I don't know if you can call that number. Maybe someone wants to try that. Magic. Well, it's a magic store. It's called Magic. I really like the idea how you go off the point of like wizard magic and that kind of stuff, and just make a store that's called Magic. That's a very, very nice idea. I like people that are trying to do something different with the competition subject. So good job on that. I really like what I'm seeing here, and welcome to the competition, and I would like to see more of your work in the future. Entry number 7 is of Zunny, and Zunny made something that would kind of fit in with my alchemy table that I once made. It very has this style though. I really like this. I also like that you have made symbols onto your bottles, which a thing is that I actually didn't do, and it's a very nice effect though. I like that there is glow coming off these magic potions, excuse me. I really like the books. Books have different shapes, very randomly, different colors. I would almost say each book is unique. I don't know if that is the truth. Maybe there is one like copied and then changed the color or something. But it's very nice. I'm really trying to search for a book. I like this, oh man, bookshelf. There we go. Bookshelf, I would say, that there is so much going on into the shapes here and there. I'll bet you followed one of Grant's tutorials, maybe C-Shack, where he shows how to make wood very randomly. I really love these candles down here. It's a very nice touch to make these fire of candles like this, so it will fit into the scene. That's one of the things people always seem to have a little bit trouble with, is candles, or better to say fire. In this case it fits in very well. I think it's a very nice background also with it. It doesn't disturb the foreground. I think you've done a very nice job, and I really get a feeling this is like something magical, something alchemy is going on. So good job, Sunny, on to this artwork, and I also hope to see more of your work into the future. Entry number 8 is also a video, and this video is of Case Yugen, if I pronounced it the right way. It's a loop, so somewhere in the middle it will restart again, just to show you how seamless the loop is. I really like what I'm seeing down here. It's a very nice animation that's going on here. I especially like all the textures in this scene. There is a lot of this onto this textures going on. There is some dirt going on. The table is very nice. The wood looks very nice. The books look very nice. Also a little eye for detail to put something into the book to know where you left off. I like these plants. I like these parts. Everything just looks very nice. Also, the animation looks very nice. You got sound kind of on point. I don't know if it's from the beginning. Yeah, it's from the beginning. That's just very nice because. Yeah, if you do make sound from the beginning, just do anything. And this is actually what I meant at Frank Drabin's animation. Like when the camera stops onto the book, it's like 6 or 7 seconds you have to wait before anything else happened or when the music starts. But here you see a good example of what I mean with the book moving about. Just, you don't have to fly, but it's like shaking and that kind of stuff, which is a very nice effect when you stop the camera onto the book that is laying onto the seat, just to make something happen between in the camera zoom and the actual magic happening. I really like this. It's very magical, and yeah, it's very, very nice texturing, just like Frank Drabin's video. So we have 2 videos with excellent texturing. That is what I really like, and I believe Case Eugen, if I pronounce it the right way, it's your first time joining. I hope to see more of your work into the future because it's definitely very nice. Entry number 9 is of Hercules.arts, and what I like about this is just the color balance. I really love the red, the yellow, goldish with black and white. It's very, very, very on point. I like the that you just put some decorations onto this cloth instead of just a red cloth. Just gives a little bit of an extra effect. I like the playing cards being also random-ish, laying around instead of just a perfectly pack, or better say a deck laying onto here. I don't have much to say onto this any other than that I really, really love the color balance on this one. And you say my entry for the competition, smiley face. I think you have done a good job, and I also hope, Hercules, to see more of your work in the future. I will have something to say about this art when I'm actually at another art. This is a very good example for the other person. Entry number 10 is of Shading Scarlet, elemental magic, because they're also different type of magics. I really like this rubble, if it's called, into the sky with rocks and leaves. I like this effect here that's coming off. The background is very nice. You got some good texturing onto these rocks. Only the water looks a little bit strange compared with the rest, I would say. The character looks very nice. It's very much detailed. Just take a look at it. It has a nice pose. Magic, I'll guess it is. Because elemental magic is a little bit different than just normal wizard magic. So for me, it's difficult to judge on it. But I think this is a very, very nice scene. It's very clear. A lot of details, a lot going on down here. So all I can say for this one, I don't really have anything to add. Only just the water looks a little bit strange compared with the rest. It's maybe a little bit too clean, I would say, for which I'll guess is coastal water. But that's actually everything. Anyhow, Shading, once again, also for you, welcome to the competition, and you've made something very nice. Entry number 11 is of Crave. I believe the last time was the first time you actually joined the competition, and you made this overgrown nature scene with the skull, which you have actually won the main objective with. So welcome again. It's very nice to see some more of you. You've definitely made something magical going on again with some nice particle system here, what we seen earlier. I like this character being blacked out, so the focus is onto the middle section, but you can really see this character standing at the side of your eyes, and it doesn't have too much detail on it, so it's not distracting. Your focus will still be here. Yeah, I just really like this effect down here. I wonder how you have been making this, because the particle system really seemed to fly out a certain way of it. I really like this one down here, this picture here. Doesn't, well, I don't know if you make this into 3D and then just render it. I wonder about that. I really like also the color effect in here. It's like bluish up here and then the orange down here. The curtains look very nice. The light coming through the curtains. I wonder if this is a 3D picture. I wonder if it's modeled. But it looks very good. It looks very interesting, and it looks like a very good escape. It kind of reminds me of something of Witcher 3, which I'm playing. Like going to another dimension, which I've done a lot. So good job with this one. It looks very nice, and once again, I hope to see more of your work into the future. Entry number 12 is of MXM. And MXM also made something that looks much, well, kinda to Hercules.art, which I will come back to. The last time, let me just scroll back. Meanwhile, you people can look at this artwork. I'm just gonna scroll up because I believe you've joined earlier, or I'm mistaken with that. There was another artwork. No, it wasn't you. It was of someone else, Sir Ferex. He also won like a competition thingy. This is his art. And then I was like explaining that when you have something colorful onto the foreground, you can better do a different color onto the background. And that is something that you see here back. You got like this darkish background, and then the color is kind of looking, this blends in very much. That is what I'm trying to say here. Maybe you should have gone with a different color here. Now what I was really thinking when I seen this is it reminded me a lot of this one down here. Now what I would say is, if you would like to spend some time, try to make the background look red, and then make the top hat blue line also red, and just keep the bunny ears like that, or make it a little bit this kind of reddish, so it's not too red, but it's a little bit of pinkish into it, it looks like. And then I think it will look a lot better with the color balance, because the color balance is very much like blue and pinkish purplish. I do like the idea. I think the bunny here is a very funny model. Looks very nice. It looks very cute. Magical hat. It's very simple though. A nice IKEA table. I have been putting one of these together last week. Let me just see. Did you had something to say into Discord? I didn't have a lot of time this week, so a quick low poly. Well, that is okay. If you don't have a lot of time, then I really appreciate that you're still joining in, still trying to do something. I think on Bunny and the hat and the stick, in overall, you've done a nice job. It looks very cute. It just needs a little bit of work onto the overall coloring. So I still hope to see you back for the next time. And yeah, if you really like, then just change this to the red. This a little bit pinkish red. This one to pure red. And just put a picture in Discord if you like. And I would like to see how it looks then. Entry number 13 is of Omkar25. Yeah, I just have to laugh how I was saying that. I really like this one. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's like a basement, which I like. Now the only thing that I would say is it needs to be how do you say that again? Isometric is the word that I was looking for. I have made this scene myself. So basically isometric makes a room look flat, but things have like the same size. Which I don't mean the same size of this is same as this, but if it's about how you look to it. Because most of the time when you have a room in 3D like this, then this wall looks a lot smaller than this wall. But when you make things look isometric, you give a certain effect to it, which this wall is just the same height as this wall. It has no depth into it. I really think that would fit in perfectly for this room. You see also this kind of stuff a lot when you have two walls removed. Anyhow, it's more of a personal thing. About the magic, there's a lot of magic going on, and I really like what I'm seeing here. There is like this symbol glowing up is a very nice touch. You got a cooking pot with some brewery in there. This fire though is a little, I don't know what I have to think about this, but I've been saying this before. Making fire can sometimes be very difficult depending on the scene you're making. This looks like the vault cube has been squeezed into a flat piece, and then you give it some burning effect. Anyhow, I like this down here. There's something spirit going on, or this person that lives here made itself invisible because the stick is clearly floating with a scroll and a bowl of smoothed brain, whatever. Something is going on here. I like that. I also like that you made a save here, because some of these magical items are very valuable and very rare, and you might want to make sure that it's safe, and so no one can just easily steal it. Halloween pumpkin, always very nice. I like this chest being open. That also means something is going on with this, some spirit or some magical. These things, like very small detailing touches, is something that I really like. I really love to read a picture, see what's going on. You got some stuff down here, a book, some bowls with powder, I'm just gonna say. These things, vials, I believe it's called. I really like how you give it your own character to it, because most time when people make vials, they just make glass and then some magic potion in it, and that's it. You give them a different color, you give them a wireframe, which is a very nice detail. You got a lot of stuff going on down here. You got powders, you got books, more vials. You got the scrolls being safe in scroll holders, I would like to call it. You got a desk down here where you make the magical volumes. Oh boy, English. Writing it with a feather is very old school. Also very a magical touch. Very nice desk, by the way. I also seen a lot of chain. You got this hanging up with chain, which is very nice. You got the stair hanging up with chain, which make me feel like you could do a magical spell, and then these stairs are folding up against the wall or something, so no one can escape, or no one can easily come in here because you have to jump down and you cannot get out. I like how you have made here something to put your cape on, or your jacket, or something like that. You got the door a little bit open, some light is coming out, which is always a very nice effect when you make a room like this. Overall, there's a lot going on. I really like everything down here, a lot of detailing. I was only trying to figure out what this means. I tried, but I shouldn't, so if anyone knows it, place it down below in the comment section. Omkar, welcome to the competition. I hope to see more of your work in the future, and this is definitely a very magical artwork. Alright, it took me a very long time. I've been thinking who should win, who shouldn't win, the reasons why not. I really spent some time onto this, and I've also added another place which is called texturing. So in this case, we have objective, we have texturing, we have realism, we have lighting / coloring, we have detailing, and we have simplistic / minimalism. So these are 6 places for 6 people. Now the first one is the objective winner of Magic, and that is going to be, for reasons, Graphé. Because I really like how this picture looks in overall. It's very solid. It has some realism in there. I was also thinking for a realism winner. It looks very nice. This is something you can print out on a canvas and put it onto a wall. Maybe cut a piece off here. I just really think he won this competition. He also won the last time, so I think he's a good rival for everyone to try to beat him. We had Crapson for a long time as a good winner, so it's a shame. I would like to see Crapson back and see how we can match up with Graphé. So congratulations, Graphé, with winning the objective of Magic. The texturing winner of the Magic is going to be, and you might already know about this, that is going to be Kees Jürgen, because I just really love, and I just need to think, yeah, it's this one. I just really love the freaking textures in here. The textures has so many detailing going on. It's really on point. It got something going on everywhere. It's not just a plain boring wall. There is really a lot going on, and it seems like it's zoomed in because no, it's not. Okay. Yeah, so I think Kees Jürgen really won the texturing of the Magic, so congratulations with that. The realism winner of Magic, and you deserve it, it's going to be Frank Drabin. And the reason why Frank Drabin won the realism is because I think you can easily put this stuff all in a room, make the room just look as good as what all these textures and detailing are, and then it certainly looks very realistic, because I've seen it in Enterprise too. These kind of floors, the texturing onto this pillow, the cracks into the pillows, or the bends and the dents and whatever it's called, it looks very realistic. The texturing onto this chair itself, these books, how it lays and how it's textured, it looks very much on point. And yes, of course, there is something that breaks down the realism, and that is the magical thing that's going on. But I think definitely Frank Drabin won the realism, and yeah, the other person, like I said before, I had in mind, that was actually Graphé for the realism. The reason why is, if you look at these curtains, if you look at the details of the windows and the top of the curtains here where it's connected up to the rail, it looks very much realistic. So I had to choose between Frank and Graphé for the objective or realism, so this is what I have chosen for the objective and realism. Now, the winner of the lighting / coloring is going to be Hercules.art. Because the coloring here is just, I just love the balance of the red everywhere. There's a lot of red going on. And yes, sometimes I'm saying like, hey, the background and the foreground should be a different color. But if you do it the correct way, if you do it the right way, then it just fits in a lot. There is a lot of red, there's a lot of different type of red, together with the yellow, with the black and white. I think the coloring in here looks very on point. I see also now a little bit of the table that fits also with it. So I really think that Hercules.arts really won the coloring in this case. So congratulations with lightning and coloring. The detailing winner of the Magic. This is going to be a surprising one. It's really based on a personal thing. A lot of people might not agree with this. But it's going to be Omkar25. The reason for that is just simply these vials. Because all the files I always see are always looking the same boring thing, just glass. And I have even I'm even guilty myself with making it just glass. And Omkar really gives detail to the vials, but just give it a new touch, a new way of making them, giving them really much detail. And I also just like the color. And of course there's a lot more detailing going on, which I mean the scene is alive. The scene is alive with something magical going on down here. The scene is alive with this chest being mysteriously opened. That is all magical kind of things. You really see that at magical places, that it's alive. And that is a very nice touch of a detail. That is what I think personally. So congratulations with the detailing. Alright, then we have one more left, and that is going to be simplistic / minimalism. Now, before I go to that, like I always say, everyone always does a very nice job. I'm very thankful that you spend time for me, and also, of course, for yourself and to others, that you join these competitions, trying to make something catchy, trying to make something fun, or not fun, or detailed, or just you put your love into this work. Some do need to do it a little bit more than others. Yes, so the simplistic / minimalism winner of Magic is going to be just me. And the reason why, it looks very simple, it looks very minimalism, and it just looks on point. It really just looks on point. It's just simple. The end of the staff shooting out magical particles against a magical shield. The colors are on point. It has detail in it, and I don't mean these particles, but I really love this material down here. You just need to use our fantasy that this wood has been, melted in here with magic spells to even hold it better than just putting it onto the stick, which I just seen later with this one. This is just onto the stick. Which is okay, different reasons for different situations, but I really think this one, the simplistic minimalism, plays. So congratulations, just me with that. Now, if you guys don't agree with something, if you think someone else should have won one of the other places, let me know down below in the comment section. If you have any feedback for these competitions, also let me know. Like, subscribe, comment, send me $5, whatever you like. So for the next weekly competition, which I shouldn't forget, is going to be creatures. Creatures, just type it in Google and eyeball it out. You see a lot of non-natural things. For the most of the time, of course, a human, I guess, is also a creature. A cat is a creature. But just try to make something, out of the ordinary. Something different than the normal, usual creatures. Just make something fun. I don't know why. Yeah. I remember why I got to the word creatures. It's because of just me. Because first I thought, like, this is not human. Maybe it's a creature. So that's why I came up with creatures. The deadline will be May 19 at 2300 hours GMT. And thank you all for joining and listening. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more Blender. And also, questions and requests are welcome anytime.